Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Ripple XRP. I have quite a bit of things to talk about, so sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask if you guys could please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely. You guys have no idea how much it does help the channel grow. It only takes like about 2 seconds, so if you guys could please do so, I will greatly appreciate it. Now, with all of that in mind, we do see the market doing a little bit of a volatile swing today. When we're looking at Bitcoin, so I actually have, the chart over here. This is the chart that I've pretty much built since, we currently dipped down to like about 42K just recently. Saying that this looks bullish is, very poorly worded. In my mind, this looks still very bearish. I believe that we could retest about 40.8K to possibly 42K yet again. And you guys might be wondering, well, why are you looking at, 40.8K? Well, first off, it's a 702. And of course, when we're looking all the way back to September, look at how much demand's there. So, I suspect that that's still the point where we do get, our official bottom being in, if we are in an extended bull run, because I always like to prepare for the inevitable, which of course is a bear market. We will see another bear market. It's not going to be different. We're not going to just pump for another 4 years and stuff like that, where we do see a lot of people saying, there's no more bear markets. That's not happening, right? So we're still looking for some sort of validation. I personally want to see us back into this green point, which is like around the 56 to 53.5K level. And ultimately speaking, on Bitcoin currently, it looks bearish. It looks like we are going to retest possibly 44K, which would be the 618. And then after that, we target those other levels that, around the 42 to, for an example, 40.8K. Now with XRP, we are looking more so at the demand zones going all the way back to almost the summertime, because, if we retest a current level, it would be about like 65 cents. But, depending on Bitcoin dominance, which right now it's at like 40.7%, we won't go too deep from here if we do target 40.8K. We'll most likely retest again the August demand zone, or possibly even the demand zone going all the way back to almost July, which is going to be around like the 60 centile range. So, that's what I'm watching for currently throughout the market in terms of, technical analysis. Not too much, going on like at the current moment. We're just waiting for, a nice impulse on Bitcoin. And of course, today is Friday, so Fridays are usually volatile. The weekends are usually a little bit good. We get a nice little bit of a relief. And then, of course, Mondays are usually the bloodbath. So definitely keep a close eye out on Monday. We do know that the major indices open on Monday. So, just prepare for some waves to flow throughout this market. Now, we do see Brad Garlinghouse actually comment on this article, Opinion, America's Future Depends on the Blockchain. And we do see here, a little bit of a joke saying play ironic. And it is funny because when we're talking about tokenization, digitization of the entire financial system, we know XRP and Ripple plays a key role within that. And when we're talking about what's happening in the US, America is stifling innovation right now because of the SEC. So, in my opinion, it is ironic. I think that this joke is fairly funny from Brad's, point of view. And it really kind of speaks, a ton of words when you're looking at, what these articles are saying now, where we go back just a few months ago and they were saying, crypto, it poses a major risk. Crypto is this, crypto is that. We're going to ban crypto. And then all of a sudden, like now we are seeing, global acceptance of it. It's just comical how things change like that. Now we also see here from Ripple themselves, Zange.com, or Zange in general, is bringing a carbon credit solution to the XRP ledger. One of the first major carbon neutral blockchains. Read more about why they chose the XRP ledger. Now this is actually a fairly small company right now currently. Only 910 followers. I'm actually going to follow them real quick. But overall, the funny thing about this isn't the idea of what they're doing. Like, that's not the big thing here, okay? But when we're looking at this, first off, check out what they are doing. Regulated Securities Exchange, and of course, why. They're more so talking about the Sustainable Development Goals. They're talking about pretty much being carbon neutral or carbon negative. And when we're talking about everything that's happening currently, look at the key components here. Unlimited scalability, modern architecture provides cheaper, faster, more transparent market insight, internationally recognized standards of, anti-money laundering procedures through global cloud-based technology, specialist expertise in specific know your customer procedures for developing markets and supported infrastructure for safe onboarding as well. Now, when we're talking about this, they're talking more so about a carbon emission blockchain, pretty much being, fully carbon neutral or so. I think that this is actually fairly interesting. Now, the thing that kind of throws me for a loop here is this logo here. To a lot of people, this might not seem like much, but this actually has a ton of connections to many individuals that are higher up. For an example, we go back to this. So, first off, here is Zange.com. We'll develop a carbon credit solution on the XRP ledger December 16th, so yesterday. And I thought this was pretty interesting to say the least. We go back to Tony Valentino. So if you guys don't know who this is, it's like an OG member of the XRP community. He was talking about a lot of this stuff before it actually happened. Regulatory clarity will be the first major announcement. This will open the gates to many institutions that are waiting on the sidelines. We could easily see the market cap grow by a few $1 trillion within weeks. Next step will be UN, IMF, Fed throwing their weight behind XRP. Now, we also see this. All right, this is the same tweet, as you guys do see, but look at this response. Yes, the Great Resets, and this entire logo that we're seeing here has multiple connections to many individuals. We're talking about Bill Gates. We're talking about pretty much everyone, right? So understand what is happening, and this is not fake. You could look this up anywhere. You could see this logo pretty much everywhere as well. And I just think it's weird that their logo corresponds with that almost perfectly. So let me know what you guys think about that down in the comments below. But I do believe that there's a ton of connections to major individuals, major financial institutions, major banks as well, and it's all being built behind the scenes without anybody really kind of noticing. I think that this entire SEC lawsuit was just a distraction for individuals to kind of get shaken out. The best way to shake out retail is by testing their patience, because retail individuals do not have patience. They want to make as much money as fast as possible. Now we also see here, boom, XDO Pay and XRP are going to revolutionize central banks. This is the future, all the money. And of course, you do see here the result of 3 years of development by a multidisciplinary team. Experts in rural payments, fintech, RTGS systems, distributed systems, biometrics, cryptography, compact hardware, MFG, and ultra low power system on a chip. Sorry, I couldn't see over this icon here. So when we're talking about this, just look at the two-tier, distribution model. Look at pretty much all the connections to private, DLTs, as well as interledger open loop. This is pretty much going to connect everything. We're seeing e-money, e-token, CBDC. This could get very interesting very fast, and of course RTGS and accounts as well. When we're talking about the interledger protocol and we look at all the connections, this is pretty much going to connect everything together. So, I think that this is going to be very interesting to say the least, and this was not the only one, in terms of an announcement. We also seen the Zange announcement, we've seen this announcement, and then we also seen, a possible connections to Project Euro, which was the wholesale CBDC trial between France and Switzerland. And of course, when we're looking back on, 2015, just look at this. TAS Network Gateway at the heart of the European Target 2 and T2S RTGS systems from the very start. And of course, Ripple and TAS Group here working together pretty much in real-time cross-border funds settlement for financial service businesses. So, this goes back a fairly long time. Ripple is not a new company. XRP is not a new currency. So, the many connections that have been made in the past will still live up to their name today. And I still believe that even after the settlement happened. So, I think that Ripple's being utilized pretty much almost everywhere right now. We're just not seeing it yet. But that's just overall my opinion. Now, we do see here experimental design, figure 2, experimental architecture, and of course this is with SDX, which we've talked about even with QNT. We also see core to node. There's a lot of connections here to many blockchains. We even see, with XDC, we see QNT and stuff like that in the past, connections to SDX as well. A lot of these ISO 222 tokens you need to pay attention to. XRP network here, you guys do have it with, other Corda networks, other networks, Sentiment Oracle, Exchange Rate Oracle. This is pretty much all major connections, and this is all going to work within Project Eura, if you will. And R3, just so you guys know, this is why I always say, when people look at XDC and XRP and they're like, well, yeah, I mean, which one would you choose to be invested in? Both of them. A lot of these DLT technologies, a lot of these major assets in this space, like being able to diversify and be unbiased towards other assets while holding XRP is the best way to succeed, because a lot of these major settlement assets like XDC and XRP are going to live up to their names and be major assets to be holding, especially as we do march forward on in time. Now, if you guys did miss it, we also see here, Fed's Chairman Powell, cryptocurrencies do not pose a risk to the American economy. It's time to buy, ? Now, like I said, a lot of these major higher-ups are changing their entire stance on crypto. Why do you think that is, why do you think that that's happening? Okay, well, first off, we look back on things and we look back on the ISO 222 stuff going live. Of course, they understand how big crypto is going to be. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to push crypto. I'm just going to say this. Okay, first off, they attack it, which directly correlates to them saying, all right, well, we need to accept it. We need to, pretty much, prosper with it. And then all of a sudden they push the idea that, crypto is good, and then all of a sudden they start utilizing it. In my mind, when we're talking about everything that's happening with ISO 222, Ripple, XRP, pretty much all of the major ISO 222 tokens like XDC, IOTA, ALGO, and all of them, right? Even XLM, by the way. This is all going to play a key role in the next step into pretty much prospering us into the digital revolution of payments. Okay? It all starts with them, attacking something. Let's attack crypto. Let's go after crypto. It's not, a good asset class. We need, to make sure that people do not jump in it. Okay? Then what happens is they start to move to accepting it, to utilizing it. That's going to take place. All right? We know how big crypto is going to become. First off, we go back to October 29th, this year alone, right? From Ripple themselves, ODL sees record growth and traction in 2021. Okay? They know that this is going to be huge. Okay, anybody with a brain will understand how massive on-demand liquidity is as a service, as well as even line of credit for SMEs. But we even see here RippleNet sees unprecedented global growth and scale in 2021, and this is going to grow more and more. But it did a 25x since Q3 of last year in terms of volume growth, and of course ODL transactions are up 130% quarter over quarter. This is going to continue. In fact, they've already said that in 2022, they expect this to grow even more. We even see here what's next. On-demand liquidity has experienced its best quarter to date, and we're on track to beat that in Q4. Today, ODL is available in more than 20 markets compared to 3 markets in Q3 of 2020. Like I said, this is going to be adopted at a massive rate. Okay? We cannot afford to let overseas markets thrive above America. That's why I've always said, the Fed is going to have to accept crypto. America in general is going to have to accept crypto, all while the SEC is trying to stifle innovation due to, Ripple possibly selling unregistered securities, which in my mind is laughable to say the least. But again, like I said, they will continue to throw crypto under the bus. We're going to ban crypto. Crypto's bad. Crypto's this. Crypto's this. All of you that are watching this video knows how big crypto is going to be. I don't need to explain it to you guys like you guys are 5 years old or anything like that. You all understand how massive this technology is, okay? And that's why, from the overall individual that doesn't know about crypto, that hasn't done research, all they're seeing is things like Shiba Inu, Dogecoin. They're getting promised a dream that they're going to be rich overnight because Dogecoin did, whatever amount of X's in such a short amount of time. Same with Shiba Inu. So now they're going to be rich. But that's what they're distracted by. They're distracted by the meme coins. They're distracted by the noise, right? The SEC lawsuit. Don't invest in XRP. It's bad. It's going to lose this lawsuit and it's going to go to zero. We've been hearing it for over a year now. Okay, so understand what you hold, know what you hold, and understand how massive crypto is going to be in the future, and you will prosper well beyond your means. So with that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join for Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.